ever want to get married or have children?
No.
Thank God.
I am going to be a teacher, and I am going to indoctrinate the youth.
It's the tactic that works, period.
White ladies are saving the world yet again.
I know he's not a fascist, but it's more just of getting the community together.
There's this sort of sickness in the white soul.
I think it's like that post-colonial guilt.
I didn't own slaves, but I'm a weirdo.
But you all brought us here. White Christians had nothing to do with it.
War takes out the protectors of society.
You fought for nothing. You fought for nothing.
If you join the military, you're essentially just signing away your life to become a tool for you-know-what.
What have the families of Ukraine lost?
If you're a teacher, a nurse, a firefighter, and you're walking around and you're saying you're gloating over somebody dying, you should be out of a f***ing job.
You're a physician? I wouldn't trust you to mow my f***ing lawn.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody with a gun, which is almost everybody in the states, grew a pair and went and shot somebody on the right side.
It doesn't benefit us to live in a society that tolerates people gloating about death.
This person should not be around children. They should not be holding a needle that's injecting anything into your body. They shouldn't be allowed to prepare food for anybody else to consume. Maybe Amazon warehouse worker is what people like this should be entrusted with. It's the tactic that works, period. And that's what our enemies have been exploring, pursuing with a tenacity that we're not going to be able to match because we're not evil, obsessed cretins.
It teaches any children being raised and seeing this that is an acceptable option of behavior and mentality.
While the CEOs and QR code descriptions are on one side of the card, on the other side is an image of a shooting target.
You hit pause. I mean, it's just free speech, and these people are. The only caveat I would say to anybody who's enjoying the CEO killing is that they're the degenerate, autistic, Antifa type people who like revel in violence, that sickness, that mental sickness. You don't want that in your skill build. You don't want that in you. So that's the only thing I would say.
This has nothing to do with fighting the power or anything like that. This is a display of force, a victory celebration. You do not want to be a kid wearing a Trump hat getting his ass beat by a pack of informed citizens. That type of will change your life. There are some people who can get socked in the face and bounce back from it reasonably okay. Chances are, if you're a cerebral, thoughtful person, if you are a wallflower type dude, that's not you. Getting hit is going to totally ruin your life.
All the people cheering for his assassination, the average leftist, the reason why they're a leftist is because they know subconsciously that they're too ugly and too inept to make it on their own, that they have to invert the power structure and become the recipient of other people's wealth just for being an ugly and wreck. That's the way a lot of leftists work. I do believe God wants California to burn.
You know, it's weird. I believe that.
Do you think it's just like maybe Rogan wants it to burn so everyone else will move to Austin?
That too.
Rogan's a big real estate play.
For us humans to root for that violence, I don't know if that's a righteous
not rooting
thing.
for that.
I don't know if it's a righteous thing.
As racial tension grows, someone's gonna play the knockout game with you, and you're not gonna be invited to play. You're gonna get clocked in the side of the head if you're in a city. Well, the point is, in a city, you're surrounded by, you're so close to people that you have no option. You have no option to, you have no privacy. You have no ability to to be away from these people, man. As it is ramping up, you don't want to be around people right now. Even if we weren't living through this media-driven jacking up of racial tension, you would still get your laptop stolen. You would still be there's a filth that is on the ground. There's a filth that permeates the air in cities that you track into your house with you. Even if you go into a rich person's house, you still have the filth of the street. You're still hearing sirens all the time. There are people who say that's comforting. The people who say that's comforting are sick in the head. You want to get away from them. Okay, it's not comforting. You want a gun.
The problem is that white people have lost their, have not only lost any sense of in-group preference or identity, I'm talking about on the whole, not only have we lost a sense of like group cohesion, but we actually like prefer other groups. There's this sort of sickness in the white soul that's like, give it all away, throw it all away, let the outsider take over.
I think it's like that post-colonial guilt.
But is it a trained thing or is it a genetic thing? How does it, the mechanisms behind that, I feel like there's
I think it's trained.
There's a void here. There's like an intellectual void of specifically explaining that. I think pathological altruism, just that term, you can throw it out and it makes you feel like you have a handle on what's happening. Who were the Protestants that came over? Who came over on the Mayflower?
That was Puritan, right?
Puritans? There was something I was looking at. The guy was writing something about how he felt shame for like loving his own child more than some hypothetical child. And this is in like the 1700s or whenever. I feel like it's not an easy answer. I feel like it's something genetic. Remember the Patrice O'Neill clip about this creep song?
Yes.
Yeah. He's talking about what white people,
Yeah.
we'll pull that up. He's talking about how white people, the key to understanding them is the song.
You need a beautiful, tight pussy. You need rosy cheeks with lots of makeup and beautiful puckered lips with red lipstick that look like a pussy. You have to make your mouth, paint it red to be suggestive of a vagina that is fertile. And you have to paint your cheeks red to be suggestive of buttocks. White ladies are saving the world yet again. They're on Instagram. I can't open Instagram or fucking Twitter for 5 seconds without seeing a beautiful, cute, adorable, "Oh, will you marry me?" sweetie saving the world with her work ethic, stick-to-itiveness, skill, critical thinking. Oh wait, I meant beauty, makeup, and clothing.
Occupy Wall Street. Was like, I gotta go see what's going on down there. And I went down there and it was a bunch of fat cat lady slut.
Yeah.
And a bunch of like bandana wearing skinny tattoo artist pussies.
And it turned into a bunch of rapes too. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, they were just
they set up these tents and there would be these like cute little college girls. It was just cute girls there, and guys would sneak into their tents and finger them.
Yeah, that's who. Like they look like tattoo guys that weren't the one. They were like the 6th most important tattoo guy at the shop.
Right.
And they couldn't find Wi-Fi, and they didn't understand what tethering was.
Yeah.
And I was like, tether off your phones. And they're like, what is that, dude? Hold on. Let me tap in. It was embarrassing. And I was like, I'm not even going to help this. And I had a sign that said, what about the Golden Boys? And they had no idea what that was. And their level of like conspiracy theory was like Joe Rogan episode 2.
Give us the money.
Dude, fiat currency.
Share the money.
The American white woman. She's on the endangered species list, but boy oh boy is she adorable. Using her puppy-sized teacup puppy purse and Foxconn factory-made phone where the factory workers take sewer slides. Here's a tip, ladies. Next time you're making a video about how white people need to step aside, maybe make it less than 20 minutes long, because the way it is right now, I might just fall in love with you and have to marry you, sweetie. I might fall in love with you so much I have to go kill a cop just to impress you. How about that? You wouldn't want that now, would you, baby? Or would you? I'd do anything for you, and that's serious. I would do anything for you.
Maybe white people just overdid it during the Dark Ages, because we used to be a shame culture. There's the idea that you would kill the criminals. You would remove these elements to society that before they could even reproduce in most cases.
What about us like burning witches alive?
It seems overblown. Yeah,
it's overblown.
A lot of the stuff.
But there is an idea that witches were women that would live, they would be socially ostracized, and they would come back and they would try to pull in people, like young girls, and say, hey, do this. Don't listen to, the father or your pastor even. And this was cultures that were they would have to endure seasons that would kill them if they weren't all working together because they were in environments that were pretty gruesome.
Well, that's what one of the main reasons for war is, that war takes out the protectors of society.
Yep, all the men, all the healthiest men.
Any man that's healthy and willing to fight gets taken away.
Genetic warfare, ritual sacrifice. Isn't it nice?
I think that is a primary driver of war, though, is to get rid of problematic males.
Yep.
Who would upset the... I mean...
Everything is
like
eugenics.
Bloodletting a certain type?
I mean, 100%. Yes, absolutely.
Getting rid of the people that would protect women and children. You get rid of them, then you can go in. And they're all dead. The two big wars or whatever, they're all gone. They got drafted in. Hey, you got to fight the bad guys. You got to fight the bad. You fought for nothing. You fought for nothing.
If you join the military, you're essentially just signing away your life to become a tool for you know what. And it's probably a bad idea, even though those guys are cool. And I do like talking to them. They are funny. They probably have senses of humor that are up there with construction workers and cops. They're very funny people, and I can understand why there's a sense of camaraderie and fraternity, etc. But I think it's a really bad idea, and you probably shouldn't do it. It also doesn't fix anything. The smorgasbord of issues that we face right now, none of that is solved by getting in a APC and going and shooting a guy. That doesn't fit. The guys that need to be, they're not over there, they're over here.
I don't hate the Marines. I love America. I know that what I'm doing is patriotic. And if we had more men who stood up and did the right thing, our country would not be in this show with rampant pedophilia, millions of missing children. We as men are abject failures. I've been saying it, I'll keep repeating it. We as men have failed badly. We have not honored our most sacred duty to protect our children, to protect our women, to root out the enemies inside the gate, to stand up and do what men do. Don't back down, don't submit to anybody but God. And even then, we have all the infiltration and subversion of so-called religion and whatnot.
Whites are a guilt culture as opposed to a punishment culture. So punishment cultures are cultures where if you steal, they cut your hands off. And white people, they're a guilt culture. If you steal, you are shamed. You're shamed. Social shame for a white person, it's the same sort of area in your brain that torture stimulates. Like you feel physical pain. You remember in high school, if you get shame, you get shame. It's like it's worse than physical pain. You'd rather have physical pain than feel shame.
And if you were ostracized from the community, you would be evicted from the village.
You're dead.
And you're dead. You die, right?
If you're socially ostracized in white communities prior to abundance, prior to the just-in-time economy, you'd be a dead man or a dead family. That's the point of this whole thing, is that there's so many people who are losing it. Yeah. The f***ing battle is this is gonna continue on. This is gonna be raging on for the rest of your adult life. Like, this is not going anywhere. The psyop is not going anywhere. So either completely tune out and sink some time into Steam and get comfy in your DX Racer chair and sink some serious time into Steam, or get a grip and learn how to have a sense of humor and have a handle and have some sort of mental tranquility with all this, with people trying to attack you. I do want to say one thing, because this topic, I mean, this is sort of a black pill topic, but I think that the key is to just amass personal power. And get good. Even if we're not at the mercy of some sort of system. I mean, when throughout human history would humans not have been at the mercy of some unfair system? Know what I mean?
Never.
I think you just got to get good. Just keep every day is a battle, so just get good.